to shave a head. Hello, internet. I had a couple of people some good feedback from how to shave a head when I was shaving my head. So I haven't cut my hair at barbers. It's a bit long now. I haven't cut my hair at barbers for years. Years. I can't remember the last time. But anyway, I find it awkward. But I just use. I'm not affiliated with Manspot, and I use a 9mm thing, and I kind of go all over, and then sometimes I'll do shorter at the back because the mullet is quite in vogue. I might just do 9 all over today, and then do 6 on my face, I think. And then leave a bit there and a bit there. Probably do 9 there and there, 6 there, 9 there. And it's really easy, and it's not awkward because you don't have to talk to a barber that you don't really know. I'm an empath, so I find the whole barber thing really awkward. Yeah, just go. Oh, it's fallen. I find the whole barber thing quite awkward. But can you see this? It's really easy. Then it just comes off. You just gotta make sure you don't miss bits. So yeah, I use the 9mm all over really, depending on what style I'm going for. But even like the sides, you'd be surprised by how easy it is. Maybe I'll try and do 6 on the sides and show that. I normally start at the back actually. Well, the thing you got to think about is making sure you hit all the spots, because if not, you'll have patches. I haven't actually got a mirror to the back, so. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good time today. Good life, good Monday. Monday's a funny one. If you work a 9 to 5, it fills you full of dread, doesn't it? Sunday night and Monday. But imagine if you're doing something that you enjoy to do, that you wouldn't feel like that. So I guess the challenge is finding something that you actually enjoy doing and want to do, which probably means looking at your priority list. I managed to figure this out because I was fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to work in property, doing them myself, which enabled me to step out of the 9 to 5 thing and become my own boss really, really young. And then I was like, through having that flexibility, I was able to think about things more. But because I don't drink, I don't really go out and like do social stuff. That also helped me think about stuff and what's important and that. And also I'm quite distrusting of the system, which is because I was kicked out of school when I was younger and really thrown under the bus, dodgy circumstances really, they just wanted me out. At that point I was like, okay, right, yeah, the people that are supposed to have duty of care, they're just human. And everyone has a choice in life whether they choose to stick to their moral compass or not, and that's how you create bad karma. You do something that you know is out of your moral compass, and that's how you create yourself bad karma, because you'll hurt someone or you'll do something and you'll get it back. But I just do this into the toilet, by the way, and I just try and go over. I try and do right. I try and do the front because obviously I can see it. Excuse me, and then go over it. But yeah, I did realise that the people that have, I realised really young people that have the duty of care don't necessarily stick to that. So then I've just been naturally distrustful of people in authority. I don't think I was ever necessarily very good with authority because I'm thinking for myself, and especially in school they don't want that. They just want, especially in private school, they don't want that. Christ, teachers that work in private school just want an easy life. I think that's kind of why they take the job. They just want robots ready for the 9 to 5 system. And if you look at I haven't actually looked into this. I just heard someone talking about it on a podcast. That the systems that the people who set up the schooling system are the same people that have all the money. It's just some rich families that control everything, which is now, thank God, becoming more public knowledge. I've been talking about this stuff for years, and it's just, you know, wacko conspiracy theorists, but thank God it's now. I don't take any pleasure in that I told you so thing at all, because it's scary and it's not cool. But yeah, there are rich families that control everything, and they've lost control of the states thanks to independent media. The Joe Rogan interview with Donald Trump basically lost the control. The family that controlled the states have now lost their control of it thanks to independent media, because there's more independent voices talking up about anti-narrative, because they just lie. It's a lie for control. But it's the same people that have that control that also control the school system, which also control the 9 to 5 system, which also benefit from creating 9 to 5 clones. So it's like, at the very least, objectively, there's a conflict of interest. And even got to the point now, it's like, how can we believe what's written in the history books in schools? Because ultimately it's been written by someone, and everybody has personal biases and motivations and reasons, prerogatives, you know. So think, well, what's the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily think the people that have had the control are very trustworthy. And we're seeing that more now with the censorship online. I posted something about Keir Starmer and Donald Trump, and I didn't even write anything negative about Keir Starmer. I just put, some guy put Starmer is a weak ass muppet, I think, or anti-British or something, and I wrote back, it appears that it might be prudent to have a strong leader, and to put it politely, Keir's response was weak. And yeah, Instagram took the comment down even though it wasn't reported. So it is. It's like I saw a list yesterday of the UK apparently is going to try ban VPNs, and if there's a list of other countries that have banned VPNs, and North Korea at the top of it. North Korea, Iraq. Yeah, some of my places that we now share things in common with, which is, fortunately, they're not pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. And because they keep lying, it's like the boy who cried wolf, isn't it? So I suppose the difficulty with doing my hair is the back. I can't ever see the back, but if you have a mirror, you can just like hold it up like that and check the back. But I've kind of try and do train tracks over it. I can kind of hear you can hear whether it's catching hairs or not. Albeit I did see a video of myself the other day and my neck looked a bit hairy, but if you have a partner or someone that you live with, they can just tidy it up at the back. But it doesn't seem to be much of an issue when it's really short. I just try, and then I go over it. I take this off and I go over my neck with it, with just the razor, whatever you want to call it. And I just put my head over the toilet. It makes a bit of a mess. I put some t-shirts down today, some dirty t-shirts just to catch it, because it's a pain in the arse to clean it up, but not if you plan for that. One of the reasons why I shave my head in the first place is because the monks do it. You know, monks shave their head because if you have a hairstyle, it's tied to your ego, your self-portrayal to the world, the act, if you will, that you want to put on. And I saw a cool quote which resonated in quite deeply with me, and it was, I can't remember who it was by, but it was like, one of the biggest things he realised was he was not wearing a costume to a masked party, like Like, it was like everyone wears a mask, but basically the quote was saying that, and this is why it resonated, is that I've been so genuine for so long, and I didn't realise that other people weren't like that. People choose to play a role as to how they want to look. I think maybe because I'm a little bit autistic, I've got autism in the family, and I get really sensitive about being too hot and things like that. And I spoke to someone that rented a car the other week, and he was like, just a normal guy. He said, oh yeah, he's autistic. And I was like, I spoke to my therapist a few years ago about getting checked. But I don't really need a check. That's the thing as well, like, when you know when you know. And they're very good at putting labels on things, and they're not, labels aren't, so you can hear it catching there, the hair. Labels aren't conducive, because really they're just ideological, they're just made up. And science hasn't got all the answers, even though people worship it like it's a god. Science hasn't got all the answers at all. You can't tell us the most important thing, where we came from. So, while it is very useful, and obviously saves lives, I imagine that, I think it's objectively you can say that it doesn't have all the answers. So, but it is nice that there's definitely a resurgence in Christianity in the West. It's been a long time. I even spoke to my nan about it the other day. My nan's 85. She's grown up in the church, so she gives me my church lessons. I never was like that when I was younger. It was never cool, was it? I said that to her, that it wasn't cool when I was a kid. And she said it even started becoming cool when she was a kid. Oh, no way. So if you extrapolate that over many years, churches are empty, and it leaves us susceptible to cultural changes in the UK. And the thing that I've noticed is that countries built on Christian beliefs, like even if you loosely base a society on Christian beliefs, don't kill, don't steal, they seem to be nicer places. I have had some run-ins with Moroccans who basically gangsters scoping out my house, trying to figure out if my dog was aggressive or not, so they could break in when my missus and dogs are there. We were in this house in Spain my parents have. And having seen how they act, these Moroccans in Spain, you know, they steal so much stuff. They definitely have a different relationship with stealing than we do. But again, it's not, I think this might be getting close to finish. It's not, this is what, I was listening to Tommy Robinson yesterday, and like, he just blames Islam to be the problem. And I understand that from his perception, because he's seen all these people that purport to be Islamic causing all these problems, Islamic extremism or whatever. It's not Islam that's the problem, it's the people that mistreat others and purport to be Muslim, because Muslims have this thing called jihadi, where they can kill in the right name of the Lord, but then it's like, well, it's subjective, isn't it? And if you're an extremist and you're killing people for the right reasons, and that's the difference, isn't it? Because you don't get that in Christian societies. Killing is, if a culture is based loosely on Christianity, murder is still seen as a really bad thing of anyone. So, but again, it's not Islam that's the problem. It's the phrase that I want to use that I don't want to use is it's dickheads. You get dickheads in all cultures. You get dickheads in posh areas. You get dickheads in council estates. You get dickheads, but I don't want to say dickheads because it's lazy. It's people who don't stick to the moral compass and don't have their priorities in the right order, and so that's why Islam's not the problem. It's the bad actors that are the problem. So it doesn't sound like this is catching any hairs now. Put a quick look at the back, if I could, but I can't. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's catching any hairs. So then, I'll change to, oh, it's catching some there. I can always tell when I'm not cutting them all, because in a few days I have like 1 or 2 hairs sticking up, but I'll just go back over it. Shaving your hair's actually really, really easy. It's not difficult task. And the good thing about it, if you get it wrong, you can't really tell because it's also short. And right, that's not catching the hairs. So what I'll do is, for all intents and purposes for a video, I will change this to a number 6. And so when you buy the razors, you get, this is a Manspot one. This is actually quite good. I've used loads of different ones and I always lose the charger, but this is quite good because you charge it with the USB. Right, so now I'll find the number 6, and then I'll try and blend that with that. It's coming up quite a lot. Don't realise my beard is that long. And then I just go over the ears. Because the good thing is as well with this, because the difference between a 6 and a 9 isn't all that obvious, isn't all that great. You can't really see it that much, and it grows back so quickly. Right, I'll do it so you can see. And just go up the side like that. Round to the back, because the mullet's in, so it doesn't matter if I can't see the back. Up to like the hairline. And then I'll try and match it with this side. It's a bit more difficult because I've not got the light on, which probably is a good idea from the start. But yeah, I started doing it because I got into meditation and Buddhism, and I realised that the monks were doing it for basically to step back from ego, and also having long hair is a pain in the arse because you've got to get up, you've got to do it every day, especially when it's really long and you've got to brush it all the time. It gets knotty, and I got tired of fighting with my hair every morning because when it's knotty it hurts. And more for the dudes as well. I suppose it's all the dudes, alright. And I just go around. Making a funny noise. I've just praised you, Manspot. Don't be going out on me now. It might be because his hair, isn't it? No, we don't get a Manspot one there. I've gone through so many of these, I always feel like reticent to spend money on them. I suppose if you're going to do this all the time, it would be good to invest in one that's like 60 quid. I think this one was like 40, maybe even more. If you're going to do this regularly, I would recommend, listen to that now, I would recommend getting one that's like, yeah, start off with a cheap one, and then when you realise that you like it, you get an expensive one, because there is a big difference. What is that noise? So there is my haircut and beard shave. I'm not sure that the beard shave is all that entertaining a video, but just trying to blend it. Trying to rock a bit of a goatee at the minute with the stubble at the same time, and then I just let it grow out. One good thing about having growing your beard out and shaving your head is that you don't really need to do anything with it, so it's really user friendly, if that's the right phrase. It's really easy, manageable, and then even when it gets fluffy like mine was, it still doesn't look shit. I'm doing it a bit hard because I wanted it because I'm leaving a few red marks, but Just take it a bit slower and you don't get the marks. I just got some stuff to do this morning. I have gaps in my beard as well, so I try and tailor my facial hair to that. And then again, you can hear when it stops catching the hairs, and you can let it done. And another good thing is, even if you have missed a few hairs, you just go back over it, get that in there, get this there, take the top off the stash, just at the bottom. And then what you want to do is jump straight in the shower, because otherwise you're going to be itchy. Take a bit of the weight out. And the toilet is covered in hair, but all you need to do is flush it away and clean around the bowl, and then move the t-shirts. Hey presto, Bob's your Uncle Fanny Durant and 007. Cool. Hey Shepherd. Maybe I should bring out my own one of these, eh? Over and out.